everyone, welcome to another pick a card reading. Hi returning subbies, really appreciate you as always, and hi new subscribers. Please, if you subscribe today, hit that bell, get my algies up, my algorithms up. We have 3 piles to choose from. Today's reading is going to be, why did you sign up for this life? So we're going to go through your past life and see why it influences the life you have now, right? So we have 3 piles to choose from, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'm going to zoom in on your objects in case you need to reflect upon an object. You never know. It could help in the regression process. If you would like to do past life regression, please YouTube search Brian Weiss, past life regression therapy. This is the shell, by the way, pile 1. Brian Weiss is a hypnotherapist. He was a skeptical. This is pile number 2 with the rock, with the Dalmatian jasper. I'm not really sure. I don't think it's technically Dalmatian jasper, but you know. And then we have the dice. It landed on 4. If that means anything to you, the dice. We can shake it now. It's a 2 for pile number 3. 2 for 3 that was a 4. So make your selection. I'm going to get into it with pile number 1. And the shell. I feel like I was rambling about something that I did not finish. An elliptical loop I did not close. Oh, what else is new? What else is new? Okay, so who were you? Who were you in a past life? So I saw a couple of cards fall out in the shuffling of this pile, and I have some notes. I forget which card went with which, but we'll piece it together. I have shaman, medicine person, insurance, manipulated people for a quid pro quo. I can never say that right. Powerful herbalist. So I made those notes. I channeled that the other day. We'll see if it sparks anything. But basically, my feelings were that you were this like powerful medicine person, medicine woman, right? Back where medicine man, shaman, back when we used spirituality in our medicinal practices. I feel like you were one of these people, and I feel like you sort of took advantage of people's maladies. Why did you stop recording? Took advantage of people's maladies in a sense that in an like insurance way, meaning sort of overcharged for a guarantee that your services would be there instead of just charging the flat fee or whatever. But there was some sort of manipulation in that regard. I also want to say there was manipulation in another sense. It might come back to me, but let's get into the cards. So who were you in a past life? We have choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. And we have, there's just a bunch of people in this, not really anything too specific, just people with loved ones, with couples, with family, choosing love. Live, laugh, love. Live, laugh, love. You got protection. So this was like, I can offer you a certain amount of protection. Right? That's what I was feeling. So it's kind of like a mobster, like Godfather mentality, where you were this very amazing, very talented healer in a past life, where you knew all of these properties of medicines and herbs to help people get better, but you took advantage of that, like the exclusivity of that, right? So let's keep on moving. We have forgiveness. So yeah, forgiveness, like loan shark type of forgiveness is what I was feeling, right? Like that kind of vibe. And it could be in regards to medicine or something totally separate, but there's some sort of like leverage or power play energy that I'm picking up from this pile that you were in a past life. Don't get too down on yourself, because I was a bunch of awful people in my past lives too. I was also good people, right? You played a bunch of different roles. So we're just going through this part you played in a past life and how it relates to the life you took on in this lifetime, right? So let's keep going. We have Scorpio, excuse me. Scorpio, they can sting, right? And the Scorpio is all about power plays. Maybe I saw Scorpio too whenever I was shuffling these, and that's what fell out. But Scorpio is all about power plays. It's all about that manipulation. Like, I'll give you this, but only if you give me this. Are you going to give me this? Like, I can give you this insurance, but, you know, sort of like dangling the carrot type of energy. We also have Capricorn right here. This could be, let's keep moving. I don't know why Capricorn would be here. I can't really piece it together in the grand scheme of things, except perhaps you were, I'm thinking with Capricorn and, hold on one second, guys. Sorry, I'm thinking with Capricorn and Scorpio, this is like doctor surgeon energy. So you could have been, some of you, obviously not all of you are going to be straight up like medicine women, witch doctor people, but some of you could have been like surgeon, doctor, someone in the medical profession. I also want to say, whenever we delve into past lives, we tend to think of it being the past on Earth, but in the past life regressions I've had and the people in the spiritual community who have talked about past lives, they often say that that life is on other planets and has similar timelines. There was one time that I had a regression where I was in the 1950s, but the timeline didn't add up in the way it all played out. But I feel like that was like an American 1950, actually it feels more like it was Canadian, like a Canadian version of the 1950s on another planet. But even when I say it feels Canadian, it's like, it's not Canadian because it was on another planet. It's not even like of anything, right? Of any country. So sorry I got on that ramble, but someone needed to hear that. Anyway, so you could have been like a surgeon or a doctor on another planet like thousands of years ago. So try to keep an open mind with this. You know, not everyone is going to be the Queen of Egypt or, you know, anything like that. So let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing. We have worthiness. He's got a little sourpuss snicker on him. We have follow your heart. And we have everyone's a teacher. So I feel like this, again, whatever profession you were in, it was like being somewhat smug initially, having all this wisdom like a teacher, but this worthiness, it's kind of like, are you worthy for my services, right? And so like manipulating people to sort of like rush buy or buy whenever they didn't quite have the money or something like that. Or like I said, this sort of like loan shark energy or like corrupt insurance type of situation, right? Where there was a quid pro quo, there was a manipulation, some sort of like blackmail, some sort of guilt trip, or just really like abusing the pain points, right, of marketing, if you resonate with that language. What else do we have? In your past life, we have knock, it shall be opened unto you. So this is from Doreen Virtue's Jesus deck. But what I'm getting from this card is like a door-to-door salesman, insurance salesman. Even if you feel like you resonate with the surgical professional narrative, this could be like a plague doctor. Doctors back in the day, they visited you at your home, right? It was they came with a bag, and the plague doctors, it's interesting. I'm reading Love in the Time of Cholera, and I've also been writing a script that's based on Albert Camus' The Plague. So, you know, in this time of the virus, I've just been kind of thinking about literature that deals with mass infection, with a sort of plague situation, right? So plague doctors actually did go door to door. They visited you at your home, and they wore those creepy bird masks. The idea was that whatever was causing the bubonic plague, the blisters on people's skins, they thought it was demons. They thought it was evil spirits. So they came in these like creepy ass leather bird masks to scare off these demons that they thought were giving people blisters. But not only that, inside the beaks of those leather bird get-ups, right? Ensembles, outfits, they stuffed like dry herbs and perfumes and stuff so that they couldn't smell people's rotting flesh. Very gross, right? Sorry I'm going into detail about that, but some of you might have suffered through sort of like a plague epidemic experience before, and perhaps you could have saved someone's life, but for a small price, right? It's that kind of energy, right? It's an energy where you could be generous, but you want something in return. It's not like a altruistic way to heal people. It's not an altruistic way to sort of play God with someone's life, right? This was another card that fell out. I remember now. Ray. This is why I thought like medicine, shaman, medical person. This talks about yoga and exercise, but you know, it's dealing with the body, so it made me think like body, medicine. Who were you in a past life? Yoga and exercise. And again, with this sort of wise man on the hill energy, right? The shaman, they're like, I know the mysteries of life. We also have Magic Stream. Magic Stream, I always get confused with another card, so forgive me. But I feel like this is talking about self-esteem and what you see in the mirror. So you might have had high self-esteem because, God complex, like I was talking about with the surgeons, right? Like playing God. I feel like you were one of those people who you were very egoic and sort of like hyperbolic about your achievements. Not gonna say who, but might remind you of someone in a big world stage position at the moment. But yes, someone who is sort of like a braggart and has a big head and thinks like way more of themselves than they should. And because of this self-importance, they think that they are in a position for this sort of like inflated power, and they very well could be in that position, right? But they just let the position go to their heads, or you did, right? We have pay attention to the red flags. So I feel like you were sort of a red flag in this lifetime that we're channeling today. And people didn't see, like, people didn't, like, there may have been warning signs, but people didn't believe it. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. This is so silly. It's not silly. It's just like to the extreme. and it's gonna sound like I'm just pulling this out of my butt, but I'm hearing serial killer. So some of you guys could have been a serial killer, and it could have been something like Munchausen syndrome. Excuse me, Munchausen by proxy syndrome, where you take care of these people, right? Where it's like a healer, like Stockholm syndrome, where the person you are holding captive loves you, or it's Munchausen by proxy is on the Sixth Sense, where the mom was feeding poison to her little boy who had cancer. So that kind of like sick, twisted thing, like someone who uses healing to make others dependent on them, right? So this is the lifetime that you lived, that we're channeling today, and this is one of many lifetimes that you've lived, right? So why are we channeling this lifetime today when you've had many lifetimes? We're going to see here in a minute, but let me see if I skipped over anything. With this, stay optimistic about your love life. I want to say, and like together with pay attention to the red flags, I feel like there were people who were suspicious of you, but they didn't have proof. They only had vibes. So they wanted to stay optimistic. They wanted to stay positive about you, right? And they didn't listen to their intuition and to their red flags, and so it ultimately caused their demise. And that was your part to play in that lifetime. So something you could be dealing with in this lifetime is getting tricked by people like this, right? Or to even out the scales of karma, to see what roles are played, right? Another life you could be living out in this lifetime is poor health, because you manipulated sort of like the healthcare system that was set up around this time within this lifetime, right? Let's get on to your past life, boo. Let's get on to your past life. I said, let's get on to your past life. I'm saying, why did you sign up for this lifetime? Sorry, forgive me. I don't know what I say sometimes. So why did you choose this life? Why did you sign up for this lifetime? Venus, beauty, love. Love, Venus, and beauty. Sorry, Venus, love, and beauty. It's ruled by Libra, Taurus, harmony, peace, very pleasant sign. We have Virgo. Virgo is purity, pureness, perfection. Interesting. Ruled by Mercury. So there's like this pure beauty about you, right? Interesting, interesting. We have get centered. We have no need to do. I feel like you are, I keep seeing this theme of calmness. She is meditating right here. She's getting centered with her 8-ball and very zen, right? More because you were spiritual in the lifetime we channeled. You just sort of manipulated that spirituality, right? So it's stuck with you throughout this lifetime, and you still want that peace, that inner peace. There is a piece about Virgo too. Virgo likes to be out in nature, but yes, this is also a very like lazy, not lazy in the bad sense, just like chill, like peaceful, calm, no need to do, right? Get centered, no need to do, relax, take it easy, be pleasant, love, harmony, peace, good vibes, chill, yeah. We also have, now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. I want to explore that, but let's see. We have deep freeze. We have, what is your soul calling you to do? Answer the call. We have Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Pleiades double mission. So yeah, this could be your ancestral heritage, your DNA, ancestral, past life heritage of, you know, being a leader in the spiritual community, answering this call, having this mission, right? But doing it right this time. We also have soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So perhaps the reason there was some manipulation in your past life is because you might have had to scrap your way through that lifetime and you didn't have anyone's help. But I'm seeing 2 signs for help, or support, right? We have call in your tribe, and you've asked the angels for help. So, and this is taking a rest, and you're like chill up here, right? So you're chill here, you're chill here, you're chill here. Peace, calm, beauty, harmony. Yep. This is about receiving help from others. So in your last lifetime, you used to be the one others would go to for exclusive advice. But in this lifetime, I feel like you are coming to a place, we have express your love right here, and you're coming to a place where you feel like everyone can teach you something, right? Like you're not the only teacher to dole out this wisdom. So you might be thirsty for spiritual knowledge because you might have some sort of inability in this lifetime to express your spirituality, to express your beliefs. And so you might have been like really good at it in your last lifetime. And in this lifetime, you're not as good at it. And so you go to spiritual advisors, counselors, psychics, to seek that esoteric wisdom, that higher knowledge, and to get that help, right? I mean, I feel like you are in that mission too. You are a light worker. You are that spiritual person, right? You carried on that spiritual knowledge, but this lifetime is understanding that you're not the only one with that exclusive information, right? You're not the only one you're not the one who has all the answers, right? You are human. You make mistakes. You make bad predictions. You don't always get it right all the time. And in this lifetime, I feel like you have more of an understanding that what you don't know in some areas, others can help you. But in your last lifetime, you might not have had a lot of support, a lot of people around you with this soul family calling in your soul tribe. You might have had to do things alone and scrap your way through life. And so that's why you did all those like power plays and overcharging, because it was like an insecurity, like a need for security because of your lack of support, right? It's like I have to do things on my own, so I have to earn double the money to, you know, in case someone pulls the rug out from under me, something like that, right? But in this lifetime, you are more willing to cooperate with others, or you're learning more to rely on others, to accept the help of others so that you don't have to scrap all alone in the wilderness, right? And you don't have to shyst anyone, trick anyone, play games with anyone, right? There is this purity, right? It's sort of like come as you are, beautiful, pure, loving. Yeah. Let me know if that resonated. I feel like it was sort of an anticlimactic anticlimactic message, but maybe it brought some peace and some closure for some of you guys. I really would like to know. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box below. Join my Patreon for $2 a month. You'll get live alerts. You'll know when I go live. You can ask exclusive questions. Right? Like this exclusive person. But you can ask like specific questions, and we do a lot of fun stuff over there, guys. I want to build up that tribe. We talked about your soul family, your soul tribe. Come on over there. We're building up a tribe over there. And I'd love to have you. And you just watching this, really, I'm so grateful. You helped me keep my channel going, and that's appreciated. I love this platform, and it's always a pleasure reading for you guys. Anyway, whatever you do, love you bunches. It was a pleasure. I'll see you next time. Bye. All right, pile number 2, how we doing? Let's see who you were in a past life, and how we're gonna see how it relates to this lifetime and why you chose it. Okay. Who were you in a past life? We have slow down. We have spider, community, and web weaving. I immediately thought, like, zoned in on this maze that her hair makes in this card. Her hair makes this, like, corn maze type of thing. As she takes a slipping, she's slipping. And then we have web weaving, and there's like a circular net that the spider made. So something about mazes, nets, getting caught in a net, a maze, a trap, maze. Getting, I don't know. Let's keep it moving. Ooh, Barmbrack, synergy, sweetness and synergy. This is, I didn't know what this was, but this is like Welsh, Irish, Scottish, a UK type of celebration during Halloween where they bake bread, kind of like in the US they do it on Mardi Gras with King's Cake. And they put little stuff in the bread, and it means different things, right? So this kind of symbolizes to me like serendipity and surprises along the way. Perhaps like little surprises in this maze, like a little treasure hunt. What is this talking about? I just heard pirate. So weird. But sort of like the spider is like charting the seas. You could have been an explorer sailing the seas, looking for treasure. Oh, exploring for like gold and stuff, digging. Maybe you were a miner, maybe you dug for gold. And you had to go down and like you had to explore really intricate terrain. Let's keep moving. We have the veil, the future. I feel like this was like a new technology at the time. I also told pile number 1, if you're not familiar with past lives, I've done past life regressions, and others in the spiritual community have said as much, that past lives don't always have to be the linear time on this earth. They can be on another planet. I've had a past life regression that was in the future of this lifetime to show me like my potential, right? So our view of time can be a little skewed. So I told pile 1, not everyone's going to be Cleopatra, right? Not everyone's going to be on this earth, but there are going to be things about Earth that will remind you about life on other planets if you did live life on other planets, which you probably did, right? Earth, to me, Earth is a tough-ass boot camp. Like, it's beautiful. Whatever God created is beautiful. The hills, valleys, mountains, lakes, oceans, right? It's just natural beauty, and like, I don't know, people amaze me with their innovations, and life is beautiful, right? But it's also like sucky. We're like stuck here. So I feel like it's like a boot camp that you kind of have to enjoy that beauty while you're here. But the future. So yeah, in this lifetime, I feel like this exploration that you were doing across the seas or mining for some sort of resource, you know, if it was on another planet, for instance, in the past or in the future, if it was on another planet, then you could be digging for a whole other material, right? A whole other element, substance that you never even knew. And I keep like mentioning that it could be in the future, and this future card came out. So maybe we are channeling a future life that you've had, and we're still asking, why did you pick this life? Interesting. That's interesting. So this may not be you guys' past life. This could be something you guys do in the future, and it's still pointing us back to why you chose this lifetime. Time's a trip, guys. I hope you guys can follow me and that I'm not like a rambling, like, whoa, space-time continuum type of person. Okay. Pluto. Pluto is ruled by Scorpio. Pluto talks about going deep within. So it's a lot like a miner, right? It's going deep down into the surface to pull out that gold, to pull out, sometimes Scorpio rules oil, like petroleum, fossil fuel. So going deep into the ground to get out the part of Earth's history that fermented into whatever process it does. I'm not a scientist, okay? That turned into the fossil fuel, right? Pluto is about regeneration. Pluto is the phoenix rising from the ashes. So it's going deep down and then coming back out. So a lot of excavation, a lot of exploration. Even if you're on the deep seas, you still have to go deep down into the ocean, right? You still have to put your anchor down. Sorry for the interruption. Can't remember where I was. Had to change my battery pack. But yeah, Pluto goes deep down, a deep excavation, a deep exploration, right? And digging for treasure, digging for gold, digging for that resource to, oh, it's the phoenix rising from the ashes. So it takes like dirt, mud, slush, and turns it into gold, right? A pearl is something that has manifested from grains of sand. A diamond is something that manifested from the pressure of a coal, a lump of coal, right? So sort of this transmuting energy. But this resource that you were excavating had that quality about it, where had the alchemy about it, where it could go from one thing to another. We have Luna. I feel like if we are talking about different planets, I feel like there were a lot of moons, and you guys tracked water. If we're talking about seas, you guys tracked water by the moons, and that's how you charted your exploration. So think about our moon and how it controls the tides. And other planets, they have different moons, right? So imagine other moons orbiting around Earth at different times and what that would do to water. Interesting. Interesting. We have ideal partnership. Ooh. Also with the moon though, I think this makes for a more emotionally intelligent planet. Like people on this planet or in this lifetime could feel each other. There was a sense of intuition. I don't feel like this was a primitive culture. I feel like it was advanced. But I don't feel like this was a culture, you know, like it had a written language, it had a history, but it's like it knew the value of words. So this empathetic quality of the moon, this was an ability to feel other people's intentions more than we can right now, because a lot of times I do this too. I'm so guilty of it all the time. I see this like power and like ideal partnership, like a connection. And it's not just like with like a twin flame or like your soulmate, right? This is like a connection with everyone that you can feel, that you can empathize with the other person, based on the feelings in your body. Like you have more sensitivities to that. And whatever life forms were around at this time or on this planet, used their words sparingly to give them value. But they didn't really need to waste a lot of words that we do to make their intentions clear, because they did feel it on that energetic level, right? So I may repeat myself a lot in these videos to try to get the message clear to someone, right? But I say it like a little differently each time. But, you know, on this planet, it's like there is a genuine understanding, and there's also, because of our ability here on Earth to overreact, we you know, we don't fully understand the intentions of others. Yes, there is some empathy, but we don't know other people's hidden agendas sometimes. We don't know like deep down into the surface. So so some people don't trust feelings in this lifetime on this planet like they did in the lifetime that I'm channeling here. But it's like you would feel this connection with your mom, with your friend, because you would just like intuitively know, like there wouldn't be any of these. We talked a lot about power plays in pile number 1. There wouldn't be any of these like guilt trips or shaming or you know, resentment. Like nothing would be allowed to stew, because everyone would be able to feel everything, right? And it would just cause sort of like an inconvenience for everyone. Imagine if everyone could pick up on your feelings at all times. That would be hard to do. But sorry, I'm zoning in on this, and I hope this is making sense for some of you people, because channeling is weird sometimes. I don't know what's coming out of my mouth. But I do feel like there were a lot of moons on this planet. I see it with this cycle of the web, right? The rotation, the moons. Okay. We also have, watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. Okay, so I feel like when you were out excavating, this is talking about when you were exploring, when you were mining, when you were charting new lands, doing whatever you did to go down into the deep, right? There was some danger involved. There was a level involved. And it says that you don't enter into temptation. Something like you may have seen, ooh, maybe I got a channel right now. Whenever some of you, or one of you, I don't know. But I'm seeing someone who is going into a cave, like Jesus reaching into a cave here. Someone who's going into a cave and they're looking at like a shiny gold rock. You know, I can't call it gold. I don't know what it is. And it's such a temptation to them, right? Because it's flickering off the light. And it might be like the biggest they've ever excavated. But the sort of like thirst for that fortune, for that gold, led to their death. So, wow, that's how you guys died. Or one of you guys. Wow. Crazy. Okay. So yeah, even though like you loved mining or excavating so much, it's like a narcissist situation where narcissist loved himself so much that he stared into the his reflection for so long he fell into the river, right? So it's kind of like you stare into this material potential for so I'm sorry, my dog is a psycho. Hold on. Okay, sorry guys. She's a lovable character, but here she goes. So yeah, excavation. Also, when I pulled Vanessa, this says to make your decision, ask yourself which way brings me closer to my divine purpose and which way takes me away from it. So it's this whole thing with the maze, with exploration, right? Like charting your course and seeing where X marks the spot, where the treasure is, where you can find that resource. We also have metamorphosis. It was reversed, but I laid down the cards. I'm not sure if it was actually reversed. I don't know. Hopefully. But obviously metamorphosis talks about transformation, going through a change. And it could be about this transmutation. We'll just say it's upright. It's not going to matter either way. But yeah, turning lead to gold, or some sort of alchemic process that turned one thing into another, a treasure that you would find that turned one thing into another, and it was a skill that you had to do, a knowledge that you had to have. True love. Actually, I feel like this is just talking about that connection. During this time, there might have been, it might have been easier to connect with soulmates, right? It might have been easier to connect with that one-on-one because there was so much empathy. You could feel everyone's feelings, and there weren't these masks that, red mask here. There weren't these masks that you have now. Okay, we answered that. Now let's see, why did you choose this life? Okay, pile 2, why did you choose this lifetime? If you see the lighting different, it's because I had to stop in the middle of your reading because my roommate was banging around in the kitchen, and I wanted to give you a good, thorough reading where I connected with you and wasn't like hearing them. So yeah, we're doing it on day 2, and hopefully I can carry over the message. Totally forgot what your previous lifetime was. If I remember correctly, it was about excavation, which was kind of cool, but I don't remember like, oh, and like a lot of moons, you could connect with each other. Anyway, let's get back to it. Why did you choose this lifetime? We have Uranus, so this is genius. This is innovation, invention, creation, but like not just like I painted a picture of a flower. This is like I created a whole new flower from like hybrid technology type of stuff, right? This is like technology, this is science. So let's see. So maybe because you excavated things in a past life, you were meant to innovate technologies in this lifetime because you were familiar with how to do that in a past life. We have Libra. This is me. This is my sun sign. Libra is ruled by Venus. It's the sign of beauty and love and partnerships. So you might find, and we talked about partnerships in your, it's coming back to me now. We talked about partnerships in your past life or your future life or whatever it was. I think yours like, we might have channeled some future lives, but we talked about partnerships, right? We talked about the ideal partnership, the connection, the one-on-one, you having empathy with others. So there's not that mask of pretension that we have here. There is an understanding of each other. So you're fully able to recognize your soulmate. So this is like being in balance, being in tandem with your twin flame, with your divine counterpart. Excellent. Excellent. I love it. You could have Uranus and Libra, by the way. We have self-love. This is interesting with Libra. Because Libra is about the other. Libra is about partnership. So Libra is on the me-we axis, me-we axis, meaning Aries and Libra deal with me-we situations. Aries is me, 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 all about me. What am I doing? I am this, I am that. Libra is all about you, right? What are you doing? How can I help you? How can I serve you? So both Aries and Libra deal with issues having to deal with putting oneself first and, you know, devoting too much time to putting your needs first to the point where it's arrogant and cocky, versus putting someone else's needs first, right? So there's a healthy balance. And so you are here in this lifetime to strike that balance, right? To have that self-love, to practice that self-love, but to also work in tandem with your divine counterpart. We have strength, Leo energy. We have more Leo energy with this lion. Shanti says, I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. So that's nice. You might be a peaceful person and offer calm and peace to others. Libra is a very peaceful sign. Libra is about harmony and balance and being pleasant, right? We have spark reversed. Interesting. So spark reversed. Spark is like spark of genius, spark of creativity. So it's interesting that we have this Uranus here with spark. I want to say maybe you have some latent qualities in you that could really change the world, but that spark hasn't been ignited yet. Perhaps that spark comes with a divine counterpart or comes through the journey of finding yourself through a divine counterpart, right? Because it's on that me-we axis. But if you feel like you're not this bold genius, then there is something inside of you that you need to tap into and you need to discover so that you can innovate the world and share your discoveries with all of us so that we can better the world, right? Because we're talking about inventions and technology and making things better. So look at Uranus in your chart, please, and other signs, Libra and Leo, like I said. But look at where your Uranus is and what aspects it makes to it, and that can really tell you where this genius lies within you. We have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Okay. We have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So, like the Uranus, right? Like the new innovations, new technology, you're dreaming a new world into being. Things are changing at a cellular level. I think this has something to do with finding discoveries that may seem like surface level discoveries, right? Like a selfie stick, something like more important than a selfie stick, but it's the only thing I can think of right now. But something like a selfie stick that seems mundane causes a shift on an energetic level for deep healing and transformation throughout the whole like planet, right? So I feel like this is like raising the vibration, raising like healing DNA within yourself, DNA within everyone as a result of this technology. It could be like an advanced medicine or something, but I feel like it's more, again, something to do with that excavation. Let's get on to this card because I can't. We have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So yeah, with this spark reversed, I feel like there is a latent genius behind you that you're not, that has been undiscovered, that has been untapped. And it goes with sort of a laziness. With here, we see, I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. These two animals are super chill, the lion and the lamb. that means anything to you. There's a fox up here, by the way. But the lion and the lamb, they're super chill here. They're just like lazing, like, I'm not gonna do nothing. So I feel like with this make the effort, this is like putting the effort into this genius. And it might take like daily practices, right? Like getting into the habit of something before you can have that spark of genius. But the spark of genius won't come unless you go through that mundane, boring daily routine, and you have to make an effort into that. But it will, I feel like the future is in your hands, guys. Like, you can like solve the world's problems. What are you doing? You have your tickets. Get out there. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if you're inventing something that will change the world, because we all need that, right? I love you very much. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box below. I love you. Bye. Pile number 3. I forgot what number we rolled, but this dice dropped and now it's on a 6. So those are the numbers if you need to tap into that, but let's move along with this reading. So for the dice, who were you in a past life? I also told the other piles that time is fluid and we could have very easily lived life on other planets and other dimensions, through the future, through the past, but try to have an open mind in regards to linear time. Not all of us are going to be Cleopatra, so let's just see what life we are channeling. These are the themes, and I'm reading for a bunch of different people, so you know, not everyone can be Cleopatra, but some of them may seem boring, but we're seeing whatever theme of this life we're tapping into. This is going to lead us to why you chose this lifetime. Whew, sorry for that word salad. We have the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. And we have a big giant tree. This always reminds me of my grandparents' tree in their backyard. I think it was an oak tree, but we like took a bunch of family pictures there because it was huge, and all the grandkids could sit in it. We had to cut it down because it was like rotting, and I think the roots were damaging plumbing or something. But yeah, lots of memories. We also have doves up here with a rainbow. LGBTQ people, this could resonate with you. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus away from the problem and back to love. We also have the world here. So I get that this was a past life on this planet, right? In this world. It wasn't on another planet. We have hidden talents, night song. There's a red bird, a cardinal. Hidden talents. This talks about like this bird sort of has a secret life at night and flies away in the nighttime to, but it talks about creativity, right? Hidden talents. So in this lifetime that we're channeling, it looks like you might have had to keep your self-expression under wraps because, like, hidden. You might have had to sneak it away at night for whatever reason. We'll find out why. But this was on Earth, so something you couldn't share, something you couldn't express with the rest of the world, with your community. We have mummy, change. I talked about being Cleopatra. But I really don't think this mummy, I mean, some of you could have lived in ancient Egypt. Some of you could have lived in Egypt-like worlds. Meaning, what does that mean? Maya, Aztec, they have pyramids too, right? If you resonate with the city of Atlantis, this could be Atlantis falling into the ocean, and then whenever Atlantis fell into the ocean, it split into two, and that's why we have pyramids in Egypt and why we have pyramids in Central America, because they split into the ocean. They went like two different ways. So it's from like the same tribe. So you could be from this tribe of pyramid life. So you might want to, excuse me, research what like the significance of pyramids. There's a lot of interesting stuff that you could just like spend all day on pyramids that line up with astrology, on certain star points, you know, the temperature that it holds in, you know, the purpose of pyramids and all of that. Just fascinating stuff. So if you are resonating with that, let me know. I'm really zoning in on this collar, so you might have had a lot of jewelry. We have Mars, so I take it you were probably a man in this lifetime. Mars is masculine energy. You could have been a soldier or a like army person, military person, right? You could have been a gladiator, someone who fought, someone who used their body and physical strength. But let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. We also have Neptune. Interesting. With this hidden talents, Neptune talks about art a lot of the time. So yeah, I definitely get that you are like this secret artist in your last lifetime, or in the lifetime that we're channeling, excuse me. We have clarity. We have gratitude. We have be not afraid, only believe. We have Akasha, you are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. Oh, okay. I'm feeling like you knew something, like a spiritual truth, and you could actually back it up with evidence. And you went to your town, like spiritual person, like a pastor or a sort of like just any religious leader, like a priest, a high head, reverend, minister, just a religious council, right? A shaman, something like that. So you went to this person and you told them about this information and it was going to help people. And they... for some of you, they laughed, and for others of you, they stole your work. Wow, how did I get all of that from all of this? Okay, so yeah, you found out some like secret truth and you tried to reveal it, and this person betrayed you. But I feel like in this like secret art, there was clarity revealed about this situation, and people were grateful that you shared your art, but your art might have been shared after you passed away for some of you. With this mummy, right? Mummies, they're dead. It's trying to like preserve the dead, right? So like immortality, right? So you could have been long gone, and then someone found this art and it was the missing piece to what you were trying to explain to this religious figure all along. Interesting, interesting. So when I see like the only thing that is real is love and be not afraid, only believe, I'm getting the feeling that like people resonated with this message and they believed your message, even if this high priest figure didn't believe it, because they could like feel the love. The only thing that is real is love. They could like feel that energetically. And the fact that you believed that there was something outside of your world resonated with like the greater collective. And Neptune talks about the greater collective, right? It talks about the collective unconscious. So fascinating, fascinating, fascinating. We also have seahorses here. So again, I'm reminded of the city of Atlantis, right? The ocean, dropping into the ocean. Ooh, cool. We have Wizard of Awareness. Whenever it's reversed, this talks about wanting to micromanage your situation instead of like stepping back and seeing the bigger picture. So I think this talks about like, this is the person, this is the figure that you went to, right? This is sort of like a shaman figure, an authority figure, high priest type of person, and they sort of disregarded you, right? So I'm hearing ego, so they might have had some pride, ego, about their spiritual abilities, that they doubted yours, right? Or that they didn't want anyone to see your abilities and value your prophecies over theirs, right? We have soulmate. Ooh, this is your soulmate. So the only thing that is real is love, and we have soulmate. Love could have definitely been involved. This is your soulmate. You know what I'm getting from this actually is the soulmate in your lifetime might have actually been this person who doubted you in a previous lifetime when you weren't even like romantically connected. But it's like you came back in this lifetime to resolve this matter. Let me know if that resonates. It could actually be like the man in your life this time, where you were the man last time or something like that. Yeah, that would be interesting to know. So yeah, this person who didn't believe you, didn't believe your spiritual beliefs, and because it threatened their spiritual authority, is now your soulmate in this lifetime. Wow. But everyone found out your art, baby. Let me know if you're an artist too. Okay, let's get on to why you chose this lifetime. Why did your soul sign up for this lifetime? Aquarius, this is the humanitarian, the water bearer, the starseed, the ruler of the 11th house of friendships and groups, Uranus. Let's get more. It talks about being unique, being your own person, being a bit of a rebel. This is Sagittarius, who's also a little bit rebellious. They like adventure. They like frontiers, exploring, charting new territory. They don't like to be tied up. Both of these energies do not like to be cooped in. They like to chart their own course, and they don't like clinginess. They don't like boundaries. They don't like rules, restrictions. They like to be just like unbridled, wild, do what they want, right? Sagittarius is in the 9th house of religion, philosophy, spirituality, press and publication, positive thinking, personal growth. What were you in a past life? You had spiritual knowledge that threatened someone. That's a lot like Sagittarius, because Sagittarius, religion, philosophy, right? So this is the wise clown, if you will. But Sagittarius isn't like a serious shaman type of person. Sagittarius, they're very happy. They're more like happy Buddha, right? Like the happy Buddha is just like, you know, peaceful as can be, with his fat little belly, just like jolly, right? And doesn't say much, but when he does, he spouts all this wisdom. So that's kind of like Sagittarius energy. They're happy people. This positive thinking, you might be like a happy person. Let me know if you're a Sagittarius or an Aquarius. And Sagittarius is all about personal growth too, because Jupiter is all about expansion. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, expanding your world, right? Growing. We have Xana. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. Okay. We have Ghostlands. This talks about the need to be in the present, because you can't change what happened in the past and you can't control what will happen in the future. So the best thing to do is live in the now. That's a very Aquarius and Sagittarius energy. We also have no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Okay. And we have starseed. Like I said, Aquarius is the starseed. What lights you up? We also have healing family issues. So your soulmate, right? The person that betrayed you. This could also talk about a family member too, because we have healing family healing family issues here too. But again, it can be like your soulmate is that person who betrayed you, but it was like your father foreshadowed that growing up, right? Or something like that. So I feel like there is something in your childhood that's causing, like in the past, right? That's causing you to feel a lack of security here and sort of dimming this light. It says what lights you up, right? And when I see this no, I want to say no to like fences that, like unnecessary fences, right? The more you say no to unnecessary fences, like unnecessary restrictions, like the more lenient of a leash that you have, the further you will go in this lifetime. Rules and restrictions. Don't enter into jobs that like are you know, that have a lot of rules, have a lot of security, have a lot of boundaries, have a lot of restrictions, right? You need like a lifestyle of freedom. So with this no, I feel like there are a lot of needless restrictions in your life, but it's a matter of you sort of committing to yourself to speak up and say that the boundaries are unnecessary. And when we talked about the past life was someone who had the secret, like a secret art outside of their public life, right? This like private art life, private artistic life, a trouble expressing oneself. We also had someone who went to an authority figure with a concern, thinking that authority figure would be reciprocal in the respect, and that authority figure wasn't reciprocal in that respect, right? So it invalidated that personhood in that lifetime, that person's personhood, meaning it invalidated their feelings, right? So their feelings didn't matter, their personhood didn't matter, because that spiritual authority would always be better than everyone in the town, right? Interesting, because like the first pile, there was a figure who took advantage of their spiritual community. So it's interesting that it's like you were one of the victims of pile number 1. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we're all in this tribe. That would be nice, actually. That's my goal. Like, I do want to like get a lot of subscribers, but the number isn't as important as like the quality, like people who genuinely feel my vibes. So if you are feeling these vibes, if you do resonate with this message, smash that like button, help me out, share, comment, subscribe, all that. Ring the bell. If you would like a personal reading, you can check my description box below, but let me know how this resonated. I feel like there is a big need for freedom in this lifetime, like I said, to live in the present. But yeah, let me know how it went. I love you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye.